Hi, this is Kat at inkingpaperwithkat.com. Welcome to my craft room. Today's project is actually a study in black and white, but it is a little Christmas gift bag. And I know black and white for Christmas isn't for everyone, but I can't help thinking if you have a white tree, just how stunning black and white wrapping would look under that tree. And as you can see, it's just a very simple little bag, but it would hold quite a bit, and I think it would be really pretty under the tree. Let's look at the supplies we're going to need today. We will need a piece of DSP that is 6 by 10.5. This is from Stampin' Up's Merry Little Christmas DSP. Today we are going to reverse the colors. Instead of white on black, we're going to do black on white. You also need a piece of black cardstock. This is about 3 by 2. You need a piece of 2 by 2 Whisper White, and you need a piece of double-sided sheet. This is going to make it easier. If you don't have it, you can certainly use glue. But for me, this is easier and neater. I'm not the best when it comes to gluing. So the first thing we're going to do is score our bag. Let's get out our Simply scoreboard. We are going to put the long side at the top, and we are going to score at 2, 5, 7, and 10. Turn it to the short side. Now, this is directional paper, so you need to make sure that the bottom of your box is in the appropriate place. If you put the bottom this way, your trees will be upside down. So make sure you've got it so that your trees are the right way up. And you are going to score at 1.5. Alright, that's all of our scoring done. Now we will fold and burnish. Make sure you burnish all of the score marks. And let's do some cutting. Alright, this small tab that's for adhering your box, there's a small rectangle on the bottom. You want to remove that completely and cut at a wedge on the side and then again at the top. Then we're going to go up each of the score lines on the bottom to the first horizontal score mark, and we're going to take a wedge out of those small tabs. Our bag is ready to go together, but we don't want to put it together yet because we want to do our die cutting so that we can adhere it while the paper is flat. Today's die cutting, we are using the Hometown Greetings edgelet, and we are using this little scene that has 3 houses, trees, and a snowman. I'll move it that way so you can see it. We're also using the Seasonal Tags framelits. It has a small scalloped tag in the kit, so we want to use that. And the stamp set we're using is Hearts Come Home, Joy to the World. I only want joy. That's all I want. So I'm just going to mask off the other part so I can have the word I want. Alright, we're going to use Memento black ink. And we're going to go ahead and stamp so that we can die cut. Make sure you take your masking paper off, whatever kind you use. And that's done. Put our ink away. Let's put the adhesive backing onto our paper. Now the most difficult part of this whole project is probably getting that first layer of backing off. There we go. And we're just going to lay it on our cardstock. Make sure you've kind of mushed it down. Let's get the big shot out. Alright, on this die, I don't want this little house on the end. I only want these three. And I want some room on the bottom. And it doesn't cut a bottom edge, it's an edgelet. So you need to think about your placement. Make sure your houses are straight. The slope can throw you off sometimes. And then we're going to take our greeting and our little scallop circle and just center that in the circle. Top plate. And run it through. I run it back through because there is that adhesive paper on the back of the cardstock, and we want to make sure that we cut all the way through. Alright, let's put the big shot away. And you are probably going to have to poke out some little pieces. Or you can use, if you have the brush roller, okay, looks like we got everything out. Alright, let's bring our bag back in. So you need to figure out where your front is and where your back is. I want the seam in the back, so this is my front. And I'm going to fold the bottom up, take the backing off of my adhesive paper, and I want to line it up with the bottom of the bag. And if there's a little bit on the edge that's excess, just take your scissors and snip it right off. Okay, now we can put our bag together. I'm going to use Fast Fuse. Side. And then this is the front of our bag. So fast fuse on that tab. Line everything up, make sure that you're square. And I do recommend you take your bone folder and run it along the bottom. Make sure that that adhesive has stuck. Then we're just going to pinch in the sides. And you can push in there. And then I'm just going to take some chocolate covered marshmallows and load up my bag. And then I'm going to use a peg to hold that while I tie the ribbon around it. And I'm using black ribbon. And that's a little tip, if you stick your peg then over your ribbon, it will hold it while you're tying it, and it becomes easier to tie. Pull your peg out while you still can. Tighten up your ribbon. Okay, we're going to trim the edges. And then we're going to take some white twine and put our little tag on. I fold the twine in half and then push it through the hole, and then the ends through the loop. And that way it's easier to tie on. And I'm just going to tie it onto my ribbon. Now you don't want it dangling too much, but don't make it too tight or it's not going to dangle at all. Trim your ends. And there you have it. One with a black background, one with a white background. Two black and white bags for the holidays. I hope you enjoyed the project. Come back and visit soon.